This week we've been focusing on Storm Ciarán, which has had caused extensive damage across the UK. Charlie, you've got more on this.
Yes, what about the situation this morning? Well, we know around 40 flood warnings remain in place. That's across the whole of the UK after Storm Ciarán battered the south coast and the Channel Islands as well. Heavy rain, gusts just over 100 miles an hour in some places. Dozens of people were evacuated from their homes on the island of Jersey, and they're returning to deal with the destruction caused by a mini tornado. Louisa Pilby has this report.
Hurricane winds and a mini tornado have left Jersey in pieces. These homes on the east coast had their roofs sliced off. Many are still without power. The damage is being assessed by residents returning home, like Ciarán Marquet.
The kitchen's not too bad, actually. I think it's just initially coming back again today. It's just suddenly hit me again because it's a bit traumatic, really.
In neighbouring Guernsey, trees have blocked off roads and homes.
Carnage, really. There's a couple of big pines down which has cut off a lot of people, but this is definitely the sort of largest trees that have come down that we've seen so far.
A yellow weather warning for rain is in place in the south of England all day today until midnight. Not what people living near the River Test in Hampshire want to hear. There's already severe flooding. Water has been cut off in areas in the south, with care homes, schools and vulnerable people relying on southern water delivering bottled supplies. And just look at these enormous waves that hit the southeast coast at the height of Storm Ciarán. Sea defences will need to be repaired, and preparation now for more flooding in areas like Kent.
Definitely an increase of flooding. We're going into a period now where there is going to be a constant alert.
Those living in Portadown in Northern Ireland were already dealing with the worst flooding in 30 years, despite Storm Ciarán being downgraded in the area.
Oh, my house is complete wipeout.
Well,
everything will have to be skipped.
It's terrible because my fridge freezer, it's floating it was floating in the kitchen.
Homes have been wrecked by water, and what this does to people is clear.
You've worked all your life to make your house as good as you can, and you just come in and it's devastating. And we've lived here for 30 years, and you know, I've never faced the like of this in my life.
And like in other areas, such as Downpatrick, this damage will take months to repair. The cost has been estimated at tens of millions of pounds here alone. As the weather eases in Northern Ireland today, it's the south of England which will see more of this, as heavy rain keeps coming. Louisa Pilby, BBC News.